Welcome everyone, this is James Rise, going to bring you, special ladies and gentlemen, a new video today. And today we are going to talk about my journey on how I found my happiness. So hopefully that will help you guys on your search if you guys are looking to see how you could be independent, how you could be alone and truly be happy with that. Be happy with silence around you, with no one around, you're complete as a person. We're going to talk about my story, how I got there.
But James, she broke my heart.
She was a test for you. Don't you worry. So, let's talk about it. We're going to go back years. Probably like 6 or 8 years, I want to say. Probably my early 20s. I'm 31 now, so we're going to talk about my early 20s. My early 20s were so essential in my life. I'm so glad that I went through the struggles I went through in my early 20s and not right now in my early 30s. I'm glad I went through bad relationships. I'm glad I went through tough times. I'm glad I had nothing at one point. I was sleeping in my truck. I'm glad I had that because those really opened my eyes and showed me what I needed to do to find myself, to grow as a person, and to become the best me.
But James, she was my everything.
She wasn't your everything, you just thought she was your everything. So calm down, boy, and go for the ride. So in my early 20s, in my growing up and just trying to find who I was as a person, I wasn't. In my early 20s, I was bouncing from a relationship to relationship to relationship and just not really knowing what I wanted and who I was as a person. It was just finding my happiness through somebody else. And looking back at that now, that was probably the worst thing I could do. But I had to go through it. I had to go through heartbreaks. I had to go constantly through heartbreaks and just find out what I needed to do to really find myself and my happiness. I went through that breaking point where I was just tired of feeling so crippled and feeling so broken down after a relationship went kaput. I was tired of that. I was just like, I need to stop putting myself out there and stop putting my love out there for someone who doesn't deserve it, and for myself is saying I'm not ready for it. I don't know who I am as a person. I don't really truly know who I am as a person. So how can I truly love myself? So I put myself in those scenarios where I'm just like, who am I? What can I survive through just being alone? Just being alone for months, years, many years, and just really be able to find myself and to find who I am as a person and thrive from that. So I put myself in a scenario where I was just like, I'm done with relationships. I need to focus on something that's going to make me happy. There comes a point where in life, if you are put in a position, if you're alone for long hours, days, weeks, months, years, whatever it takes, you're going to find something that you gravitate to. You're going to find something that it's going to pique your interest that doesn't involve someone else. That doesn't involve you being with someone else. And my outlet was art. My outlet was helping others, being a coach, really pursuing my now career and helping others achieve what they thought was impossible, which was I am a personal fitness instructor, a wellness coach, a person that loves to heal others. That's who I describe myself as, and it was always what I wanted to be. And also I dived into art because that's what expressed my soul, expressed my whole being. Being able to express myself through any canvas. Just dive in it and get lost in it for hours and hours on end and just being creative. That's always what I love to be, creative and to help others. And that time alone really taught me that this is what makes me happy. This is what someone can never take away from me. You gotta think about it in that point too. Like, you're in a relationship, they could leave. They could take themselves out of the scenario, and then what are you left with? A broken heart. You're left with your heart broken because you put all your love into that person. So you have to find something that no one can take away from you. No one. And then that's when you really start saying, damn, I could be independent. I don't need anybody. This is what I could do. You can't take art away from me. You could take all my supplies away, but you cannot take my creativity, and I'll find other ways to create art. It's simple as that. You cannot take that away from me. You could take the whole gym away from me. But I'm out there to inspire people. I'm out there to touch lives and change lives for the better. Show a person that they could do things.
But James, I can never do a pull-up.
Have you had the right coaching? Has someone pushed you enough and helped you to achieve one pull-up? Those are just some things you have to think of. Like, what kind of guidance have you had? I want to be the most positive and influential person that my clients come to. For me to believe in them. When they don't believe in themselves. When they're hard on themselves because they can't do something. But it's all a challenge. It's all working to get to a certain point so you can achieve greater and greater things. So let's backtrack a bit. So from just going from bad relationship to bad relationship, getting my heart broken many times, and just finding myself saying, I don't want this anymore. I want something better in my life. Like the last relationship, just I invested in so much. Like, this is the last relationship where I'm tired bouncing from relationship to relationship. I just want something solidified. I just want this to be the last one, you know, having that trust and putting that energy into it, and then having a breakup. And then you're just like, this is why I wanted something to last, have some stability in a relationship, and have it just crumble again under me. I was tired of that. I needed something that no one could take away from me. In my days, I was just taking long walks at night, long walks, just thinking, listening to music, just being by myself with no one else. I would go on these long walks many nights. Once my mind starts racing, I start thinking about that person. I was just like, I need to go for a walk. I need to clear my thoughts. I really need to find something that I love. And I was dabbing into art then, but once that relationship ended, I just freaking dove headfirst into art and really focused on myself and building my business to grow and grow and just bettering myself, learning new things, and just trying to be the best I could be every single day, and just have that reflect onto my clientele. I just want to be the best at what I do. Simple as that. And so I think on those long walks and during the night, I think I really focused on, like, tired of walking. I know what I have to do now. Tired of running away from the issue, and just, I know what I need to do. I know what I love. I love to do art. And I love to help others. It really, like, synced up as saying, I don't need anybody else. I don't need someone in my life to make myself happy. The stars aligned, and I knew that I really needed to double down on those things. So, getting my heart broken?
Getting your heart broken?
Yes, getting my heart broken so many times.
Many times.
Yes, many times really helped you. And maybe it could help you. Just saying enough is enough. You really need to focus on yourself and saying, I don't need anybody. I've been single for the freaking last 6-7 years. Maybe 6 years. And I love it. I have so much going on. I'm always constantly thinking of what I could do next, improving myself, that there's so much on my plate. Just putting myself first. That's something that you have to do. Putting yourself first. No matter who you hurt, no matter if your friends don't like it, if they're the true ones out there, they will understand that you first is a must. And they have to think to put themselves first as well. Because that's how it should be. You should put yourself first. It's not selfish. It's for your best doing. And when you have time to hang out with other people, do so. I always put others first before me in the past, in my early 20s. I always put others' interest before mine. So I'm like, damn, I only live once. Why not do it? And I kept thinking that, like, putting them before me. And I was tired of it. I was tired of putting others' obligations before mine. So now I don't know if it's a bad habit now, but when I have time, then I love to hang out with people. But that's how it should be. When you have time to, you shouldn't go out of your way and drop whatever you're doing that's important to you just to be with somebody. Work on yourself. Better yourself. And in the future, you'll thank yourself for it. It's simple as that. That's something that now, I don't know if it's a fault or something like that, but if I talk to someone, they're like, are you free this night? Are you free? I'm like, I don't have much free time. I have windows that I'm slightly open and slightly free that I can hang out, but a lot of them just don't like that, my limited availability. And that breaks some potential, but I want someone to be busy as well too. Just focus on working on themselves. I've grown to do that. In the past, I would just want someone to be open as possible so we can hang out all the time.
Will you hang out with me?
I'll hang out with you when I have time. You need to put yourself first. First and foremost, Stop with the BS. Stop trying to cater for everyone else except you. Love yourself, put yourself first.